Tonight on CTV News at 5.
Even very engaged parents that we deal with also have their kids victimized all the time.
Play safe. Experts warn of digital dangers that lurk on popular sites.
Layla is so great and funny once she is comfortable with someone, but she does take some time to warm up.
Big dog dilemma. Larger pups have a harder time finding a home.
I always wanted to be that house. Always.
And spectacular displays. There's no shortage of Halloween spirit at this haunted house.
They've lost everything, so now we had to give back some of what they gave to us.
Plus, help is on the way. A local business sends rays of hope to Jamaica.
Cool with some cloud cover around, then get ready for a wet and windy Halloween.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Peno-Palace. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, digital danger. A chilling reminder tonight that some of the internet's biggest threats aren't hidden on the dark web, but right in the open. A Halifax teen has been charged in connection with a disturbing online group that preys on young people through everyday platforms like popular video games and chat rooms. As CTV's Stephanie Seekos reports, authorities are warning parents and kids to be on alert. Stephanie.
Maria, the Canadian Centre for Child Protection encourages parents to have as much of an open dialogue as they can with their children about what they're doing online.
The message sounds simple.
People, especially with children that are young, need to be extremely vigilant about what they're doing online.
That warning came after Halifax police arrested a youth for allegedly participating in an online violent extremist group.
These groups operate in plain sight through the chat features on very common online social media and gaming apps.
The youth faces several child pornography charges. The Canadian Centre for Child Protection says the number of offences on popular platforms is climbing.
We know from the reports that come into cybertip.ca that the majority of times when it involves some sort of extreme violence, it happens, the initial contact occurs in a gaming environment or a private chat environment like Discord.
The center says more needs to be done at higher levels to protect young people online.
Parents are one slice of the solution, and I think parents are already doing what they can for the most part. But we have to start pointing fingers at the companies themselves, and really it comes down to our governments who have to put together laws that protect those kids.
This is the great challenge of our time. These companies have made billions of dollars offering these online services with zero accountability for the repercussions of that connectivity.
According to police, the youth in this case was involved in 764, a subgroup of the COM network, which is made up of people who glorify serious violence and cruelty. Recently, Boaster Security, a cybersecurity software company based in New Brunswick, launched a new online learning module about the COM network in its platform for teachers and parents.
What we wanted to do was to explain to teachers and parents the signs to look out for, how much this is happening, that it's real, that they need to take an active role in protecting kids, and how to approach them and have these conversations.
For young people who may not know what to do,
if you're communicating with someone who's asking you to do something that you're not comfortable with, reach out to a trusted adult or the police or anyone that you have a good relationship with, because everyone deserves to be safe in their own home.
The Canadian Centre for Child Protection suggests parents set up as many parental controls as they can. While it may be challenging if you have a variety of devices and consoles, it says that's one way to help. Maria.
Really good information tonight. Thank you, Stephanie. CTV Stephanie Seekos in the News Center for us this evening. And that actually brings us to tonight's web poll. We are asking, do you use parental controls on your children's apps and devices? These are your options. Yes or no. Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. All right, time to head over to the anchor desk where Bruce Frisco is standing by with a look at the day's headlines. Hi there, Bruce.
Hey, Maria. Well, as the search for the missing Sullivan siblings closes in on the 6-month mark, family and friends are expected to gather tonight for a vigil for the pair at the RCMP detachment in Stellarton. This is happening on what would have been Jack Sullivan's 5th birthday. CTV's Hafsa Arif will be live in Pictou County tonight at 6. It's been a long wait for the family of Mauricio Clayton, but today they finally got justice with the sentencing of the man who murdered their loved one. Terrell Deschamps pleaded guilty to second-degree murder last month. We'll have reaction tonight at 6. And also tonight, New Brunswick's wait list of those waiting for a doctor or nurse practitioner has grown by nearly 10,000 in just 6 months. The health minister says mostly retirements and a growing population are to blame for that. CTV's Laura Brown will dig a little deeper tonight at 6. Okay, right now we'll head over to Kaylin Mitchell in the CTV Atlantic Weather Center. What's been kind of a dreary, sort of cloudy day around here.
Yeah, we typically see quite a few of those through the season of fall in the Maritimes. Now, temperatures right now are in the range of around 9 to 13 degrees. As Bruce mentioned, we got a fair bit of cloud cover around, though not much in the way of precipitation. The winds currently out of the northeast are being sustained between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour. We're getting a few gusts reported between 30 and 40, but overall the winds are lighter today compared to yesterday. They are picking up again for the end of this week. That inclement weather that is expected to roll in on Friday. Friday, of course, being Halloween. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite, there's the cloud cover I mentioned. Now, it does come in with a low chance of some very light showers or a little bit of patchy drizzle around parts of the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, especially into the southwest. Zooming out, though, we can find the low pressure system that is going to be bringing us our rainy and windy weather for Halloween. It's developing right now through the southeastern United States, will make its way through the northeastern U.S., push a weather front into the region for Friday, which is why we have this special weather statement in effect across the maritime region. I'll talk more about that weather when back a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. We will see you a little later on. Right now, though, CTV has teamed up with CAA Atlantic and Colette for our Costa Rica is Calling contest. We are giving away an unforgettable 11-night tour of Costa Rica. It's for two. The winner will explore San Jose, hop aboard a riverboat for a jungle crocodile safari and bird watching excursion, and choose from a ziplining adventure or a volcano lava field hike. Each weeknight from now until October 31st. We'll give you a keyword, and once you have it, just go to ctvatlantic.ca, follow the contest prompts, or scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per keyword, and we'll announce the winner on November 7th. All right, so tonight's keyword is surfing. Take that, plug it in. Good luck, everybody. All right, time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. Still ahead, we'll visit a Nova Scotia grocery store that's fundraising to help those impacted by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. But first, we have these stories.
Hi, I'm McConvey here at the Nova Scotia SPCA in Dartmouth. Coming up on CTV News at 5, while many animals find homes quickly through adoption shelters, larger dogs face tougher odds. Coming up, we'll share Isla's story and this Siberian Husky's journey at the SPCA.
I'm Avery McCrae in St. John, where the Halloween hype seems greater than ever. From a simple pumpkin to spectacular yard displays, this Halloween has New Brunswickers seemingly more excited than ever. Keep it here on CTV News at 5 for a peek at some of the tricks and treats.
Celebrate the outstanding class of 2025. The Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame induction ceremony takes place Saturday, November 8th at 7 p.m. at the Lighthouse Arts Centre in Halifax. Visit nsshf.com to purchase tickets.
Welcome back. So big dogs may seem like a big undertaking, and perhaps that's why they face tougher odds getting adopted. CTV's Emma Convey stopped by the Nova Scotia SPCA, where they say big dogs are just more to love.
This is Isla, a playful and energetic 4-year-old Siberian Husky. 55 pounds of love and affection. She currently lives at the Nova Scotia SPCA in Dartmouth and has for almost a year.
Since then, we've become pretty good buddies. Isla loves going out and walking in the parks. I do too. So for Isla, that's a lot of fun for us being able to do that together.
Amy McCrae spends 5 days a week training Isla and is eager to find her a forever home, since this shelter is meant to be temporary. She says there's hesitancy for some to adopt a dog Isla's size.
I find they worry that, you know, living in a smaller space might not be ideal for a bigger dog. But I always say that dogs do not need a lot of space, they need a lot of time.
Isla isn't alone. Hill's Pet Nutrition released a report about the state of shelter pet adoptions in Canada. It found only 17% of people are likely to adopt a large dog, while 37% are more likely to choose medium dogs, and 39% will go with smaller ones.
Large dogs, unfortunately, are not as popular. However, they are getting more and more prevalent in shelters and getting harder to adopt.
The reasons vary.
There are housing situations that don't permit a large breed dog. There is cost considerations in terms of the ongoing cost of food and some people's ability right now to take on that expense.
The Nova Scotia SPCA's average length of stay is under 30 days for dogs.
But there are times we see large dogs, the average is much, much higher than that. Sometimes as much as, 3 months, or in Isla's case, 11 months.
To help encourage Isla's potential pet parents, Hill's Pet Nutrition will give a year's supply of dog food to her new owner. If you think Isla or another big dog could be the perfect fit for your family, you can call or visit a shelter to set up a meet and greet and learn more information. The staff here at this shelter say the process only takes a couple of days. Emma Convey, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Thank you very much, Emma, and we sure hope Isla finds a home.
Yeah, I hope there's an uptick there on some dog adoption, big, small, and in between.
There you go, exactly. All right, Kaylin, a very important evening coming up, and it's looking like it may be a wet one.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it all week long, and there hasn't been some miraculous change in the outlook for Friday, so it's still looking like a rainy and windy one for the Maritime region. We had plenty of cloud cover around today. The winds did ease up a little bit compared to yesterday, but it was still enough of a breeze to kind of stir the grass and around the Eastern Passage area. I'll have more in the forecast next.
Start your morning with us for what you need to start your day. News, weather, and even a little fun. Your Morning Atlantic with Amanda Devison, Crystal Garrett, and Latavia Beezer. Weekdays from 6 to 9 on CTV2 and ctvatlantic.ca.
Welcome back. Kaylin Mitchell joins us once again. And Kaylin, we have busy days and very busy days in the newsroom, and today has been a very busy day for you. Keeping an eye on the weather here at home and south of us as well.
Yeah, and of course there is a little bit of a influence from Melissa on that Friday forecast. The remnant's not coming directly through the Maritimes, but close enough to add a bit more moisture to that rain expected on Halloween Friday. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset times. We'll talk more about that in a moment. We're looking out here, very picturesque scene, Sydney's Wentworth Park. There's maybe still a few leaves left on the trees, but they're coming down quick. I know I'll probably end up having to rake some more of them up this weekend, or maybe next weekend. Let's take a look at what's going on as far as the latest update goes for Melissa. Now, Melissa is going to be tonight passing through central parts of the Bahamas, which are underneath the hurricane warning. It's a Category 2 hurricane. They'll be worried for some areas about hazards such as storm surge, heavy rain, and some high winds, though, of course, the impacts are not going to be as severe as they were in areas of Jamaica or eastern Cuba. Bermuda is also underneath a hurricane warning. Late on Thursday, the storm is expected to pass just to the west of Bermuda, but maybe close enough still they catch some of the stronger winds and some of the rain. And then after that, for the end of this week, it makes a stop in the Grand Banks region of Atlantic Canada before moving off towards the North Atlantic. And as I just mentioned, while that doesn't come directly through on land areas, it is close enough to bring some of the moisture with it up towards the front that is coming through on Friday. It increases the risk of some downpours, some heavier rain on Friday for the region. And it looks like there will be some of that around. On our weather systems map currently, a lot of cloud cover. That's on the northern edge of a low pressure system. It's going to be held to the south of us by an area of high pressure that's centered up closer to Labrador. And then here's the weather system. There's the weather maker coming through for Friday. So taking a look at things on radar right now, not much is showing up, but there is a chance of patchy drizzle or very light shower on the southwestern Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia as we move through tonight. Otherwise, we're looking at cloudy periods tonight for the region and very cool temperatures. And that's how we start the day for tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool around the Maritimes. The sun may break through a little bit here and there as we make our way into and through Thursday afternoon. Best chance for more extended sunny breaks around the southeast New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and eastern areas of Nova Scotia. And then on Thursday evening and Thursday night, increasing cloudiness ahead of the wet weather for Friday. Taking a look at winds in the forecast for tomorrow, they'll be mostly out of the east and the northeast, and they're going to be sustained in a lot of cases 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Late in the day, those winds start to become east and southeast. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight for many parts of the Maritimes will be falling into a range around the low to mid single digits. Still going to be colder for northern areas of New Brunswick, and high temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow are going to be similar to today in that most highs will be in the range for around 10 to 14 degrees. I want to jump forward though and take a look at Friday's forecast. So there's the low pressure system, the weather front along with it, and there is Melissa, and again some of the moisture being drawn off Melissa and into that weather front coming down in the form of rain around the Maritimes. Now, temperatures on Friday, high temperatures will get pushed up towards the mid-teens, but again, a wet and windy day. So a couple things to think about. Of course, Halloween costumes. If you're still going out, you want to make sure that you rainproof them as best you can. Make sure they can stand up to some gusty winds. Western parts of the Maritimes might see the bulk of the rain move through Friday morning and afternoon. Might be down to just some areas of some lighter rain or drizzle by the evening hours. And keep in mind, the wind gusts, they could peak between 50 and 80 kilometers per hour for parts of the Maritimes. So think about your Halloween decorations. If any of them could be easily damaged, maybe secure them or bring them inside. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 7-year-old Meadow Saunier from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Meadow has sent us a drawing of playing with friend Sam in the leaves. Thank you, Meadow. And weather watchers can come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So with Halloween just days away, it seems like more and more houses are decked out for the season. CTV's Avery McCrae checks out the Halloween hype.
There are those who still elect to put out a simple pumpkin when it comes to Halloween. Others blow up the odd inflatable or plug in an animatronic or two. But around St. John, more and more houses are fully investing in the Halloween hype. What do you think about this all?
I like it.
What was your favorite part of the whole thing?
The skeleton. The thing that's outside in that.
We definitely didn't have anything like this when we were kids.
No.
It's awesome for the kids and awesome for the owners of the home that they would put this on for the community.
From ghastly graveyards to spooky spider webs, the amount of people hanging up haunting Halloween displays is growing. One of the port city's original scenes lies on the east side of the end of Welly Court, better known to locals as Dead End Driveway.
I love it so much because I always wanted to be that house. Always. Just from when I was a kid.
This driveway display features all the classic horror movie icons from It, Jaws, and even Chucky. Some are bought from stores while other sets are built from scratch. The hype for Halloween isn't exclusive to St. John. From the extensive haunted chapel flash display in St. Martin's all the way to this bone-chilling property in Riverview. There is no shortage of places to get your fix of screams and scares before October 31st.
At times it can be a lot of work. Putting it out takes a lot of time, takes pretty near 2 days. Building it is fun. I enjoy it. It kind of gives me peace.
The biggest reason that we do it really is just to see the smiles on the kids' faces, and even adults. We have grown adults that just come through without children that love it, and it just makes you feel like a kid again.
To see it grow and see all the laughs and the scares, and so it is a thank you to the community for doing it as well.
And with less than a week until Halloween night, there is still plenty of time to see the tricks and treats for yourself. Avery McCrae, CTV News, St. John.
Lots of fun there. Thank you, Avery, for sharing. All right, time for a break. When we come back, though, rays of hope.
I'm Vanessa Wright in Dartmouth, where a local Jamaican grocery store is doing their part to give back to those impacted by Hurricane Melissa. That story's coming up later on CTV News at 5.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Halloween candy, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Join us for that tomorrow at 7.
Also, we've kicked off Move 100's Move It or Lose It. Qualify for a $10,000 shopping spree tomorrow at 6.
Welcome back. A Dartmouth grocery store hopes to provide some relief to people impacted by Hurricane Melissa. As CTV's Vanessa Wright reports, it's the owner's way of giving back to his home country.
When the strongest storm to ever hit Jamaica made landfall Tuesday afternoon, it touched the heartstring of this grocery store owner thousands of miles away.
It's very heartbreaking. I know right now there are people still out of electricity. Some people, they've lost their homes. They don't know what to do. I've seen cars fully submerged underwater.
Gloria's International Grocery Store in Dartmouth is one of the few Caribbean markets in the area. Halifax's Jamaican community looks to them for products that can only be found back home. But some of those same items are now being collected and sent back as part of a donation drive the store set up this morning.
We just could not sit here idle and do nothing. We had to do something. So this is just a small way that we can help and assist people who want to help. Just give them an easy way. They can come by 200 Portland Street and drop off whatever they have, whatever they think they can donate.
And by early afternoon, donations began trickling in.
I have lots of family in Jamaica, you know, the hurricane, so everybody needs help down there, so I'm gonna try to do the best I can.
The grocery store opened up in 2022, and it started as a way for the owner and his family to have a better life here in Nova Scotia. But now with this significant hurricane, he says it's their turn to give back to the country they call home.
Most of the things that we sell here comes from Jamaica, come from the hardworking farmers that now lost all their crops, come from people who produce like the snacks and the beverage. So now they've lost everything. So they're supporting me over the years, giving me these things for the diaspora that miss them and for people who travel to Jamaica looking to find these things so that they can find it here. They've lost everything, so now we had to give back some of what they gave to us.
The same shipping truck that delivers his products from Jamaica, now a helpful tool. To his family and close ones back home, Sean Montague says help is on the way.
And it's coming from Halifax, it's coming from Dartmouth, it's coming from Canada, it's coming from all of us to all of you that is impacted.
Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Dartmouth.
It's heartbreaking and heartwarming to see people come together. I also just want to mention any non-perishable food items they are accepting, not just food and snacks from Jamaica, although they'll take those as well. And I suspect you could go in and probably purchase and send some items as well. So if you can, I'm sure it'll go to people who really need it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lengthy recovery process in the wake of that hurricane. Coming up at 6, there will be another update on Melissa released at 6 p.m. So I'll have the latest on that for you. And of course, more on our wet and windy Halloween forecast here in the Maritimes.
We'll see you and Bruce at 6. I'll see you tomorrow. The national news is next. Thanks for watching. Good night.